So now we switch to our first hidden clip, and our hidden clip system is called ConceaLoc. Again, the hand-driven boxes, everything you need is in the box. So you get your fastener bit, you get your screws, and you get all the clips you need. Now normally you would have a pouch full of those as you're doing a job, but I'm not wearing my belt today because I'm not doing very many. So anyway, these clips are designed to go on one way only. And it's teeth up. So these little teeth here, as you put it into the board and screw the screw in, they bite. They help the board resist expansion and contraction. And this is how you do it. You just go like this. Get your bits in here. Screw the screw in, 45-degree angle. Now you kind of have to eyeball this as far as how far to screw it in. You'll get used to it as you do more installations. So ConceaLoc number 2. And you're ready to go. So hidden fasteners work, the clips work on all boards, all grooved boards that is, including the scallop boards. So you can use clips on these. However, you cannot use a Cortex screw on a scallop board. And the reason for that is, of course, you're countersinking it. You're countersinking it about that much. So the screw is going to be sitting down here. More often than not, if you hit a scallop with a Cortex installation, it's going to blow right through the board. If it doesn't do that initially, over time, it'll probably loosen. You never want to use it, actually, Cortex with a scallop board. However, you can use the ConceaLoc hidden fastener. So these are sometimes tight, it's not a big deal. The clip itself has a little tab on it that helps with the spacing. And that's our hand-driven ConceaLoc option. The next option is the pneumatic version. So the same as the rest of our fasteners, majority of our fasteners, everything you need is in the box, except for the gun this time. So ConceaLoc, ConceaLoc and FusionLoc both have everything you need in the case. So this clip is going to be exactly the same as the hand-driven. I can dump this box into here and it won't make a difference. I can take out of here and put into the hand-driven. It's the exact same clip. So the way they use this one is, so with the ConceaLoc pneumatic, you actually get these sticks in the box, and the sticks are what's called a scrail. It's a bunch of screws / nails put together. These will go in the back of the gun and slide in. I've already preloaded a stick, so we're ready to go. Now, the ConceaLoc clip is designed that it cannot be put backwards into this gun. So if you try and put it in this way, the metal is thick in there, it won't allow you to go in. So there's only one way to put it in. You get used to that over time. But again, when you're doing the install, you want to go in a bit high with your gun, the back end of your gun. Good practice again to step on the board, then bring the back of the gun down and shoot it. Comes out sideways. A heck of a lot quicker than the hand-driven. And as you go, you get faster fits. So ConceaLoc tire claw gun available at a dealer near you. The next type of hidden fastener is called FusionLoc. And the FusionLoc has 2 ways of installing it as well. And again, everything you need is in the package. So we have this little jig, this hand-driven jig for FusionLoc. Open it up, the bit's in there already. And this is like a little stapler in the FusionLoc box. So this is the only one where it comes separately. The jig and the screws come separately. You get everything you need once again. You get bits, you get screws, and you get FusionLoc 5-shot packs. So they call it a 5-shot because it's 5 clips together. And as you can see on here, there's little arrows on the clips. That tells you what direction it needs to go into the board. It's also the same direction that goes into the hand-driven jig here. So you just push the whole 5-shot clip in, advance it once. You got one ready to go. Grab your next board. And give it a little kick. Drop your screw in. And you would have a pouch of these. And you go until you hear that click. That click means that you've separated it and it's installed properly. Now this jig automatically sets the height of this. So next clip, advance it, put it back in, drop a screw in. Again, sometimes I forget, but step on the board, good practice. Hear that click, means it's released. And that's the FusionLoc hand-driven. So we also have a pneumatic version of this FusionLoc. It's again the same click. Instead of getting a stick this time, you get a coil of scrails. You still get a generous amount of clips in the box, and it's still a 5-shot clip. So this is the FusionLoc gun. This is also available through distribution and dealers. Now when you're loading this, there's actually a picture on the side showing which direction to put the 5-shot clip. And you just drop it in there, it slides forward. I've already preloaded this, so I'm not going to put another one in. But to engage it, you pull this trigger back and it latches on the back of the clip inside the gun. This is preloaded with the coil of scrails. So we get one more board. And again, we're switching here between AZEK and TimberTech because they're interchangeable. With this one, you don't have to come in high, but still stand on the board. You don't have to, you lower the back end of the gun right onto the joist, you press. That's a safety feature, and shoot. So do that one more time. Press and shoot. So the other type of fastener that we're going to show you today is our fascia fastening system. Now you generally only have to use this on TimberTech fascia and risers. So we've got a TimberTech brown oak riser here. And normally everything again comes in the package. Your screws, your bit, and your fascia bit, but I lost my fascia bit, so you can order these separately if you lose one. So this one actually drills a spot not just for the screw, but also for the head of the screw in the fascia board. And the reason for that is with risers, and more so with fascia in TimberTech, it's again a dense product. There's a lot of surface area there, so they can be 12 inches high by 12 feet long, and there's some expansion and contraction. So rather than screw this tight, we want it to hang there. So this system is designed, these screws are designed to allow for an expansion and contraction. Now again, you don't want to screw right into the board as it's on the, or into the fascia as it's on the board, because you'll be taking meat out of the wood. And then your screw will have less board, less wood to bite into. So basically you want to decide your pattern beforehand. Generally we go 2 on the end and alternate every foot. 2 on the end, alternate every foot. So I'm just going to do 2 in the middle, however. So you pre-drill. Do a couple. And as you can see, your screw drops in there and sits flush. So to screw those in, normally your rim joist would be going this way, of course. Bits in the box. When you get to the end, don't over tighten. Just kind of snug it up and it's ready to go. So that allows for expansion and contraction. This one's just a tad bit loose. That allows for expansion and contraction of the riser board and fascia boards in TimberTech. So with AZEK, you don't require that fascia system. Or we do supply shorter screws, which are a little bit less expensive, and they would screw on just like a top screw TopLoc. It's a little bit deep. You want to be more flush than that. So we can back that out when we make a little mistake. So we just fix it. All right, so when you're done, you should end up with something like this. This is our fastener box. These are just being redesigned right now, so we don't have any available, but as you can see, color match screws, TopLoc screws work for full profile and scalloped. The Cortex screws work for full profile. AZEK, you don't have to pre-drill. TimberTech, you do. And then, of course, your clip system, ConceaLoc and FusionLoc, can be used on all grooved boards. Now going back briefly to the SIDELoc tool, we have this system now in AZEK Vintage, which is called our multi-width system. You would have a normal width deck board, a narrow and a wide. You can put these in any order you want, so it doesn't matter, or you can just do random. Some guys are doing full install in all wide width. You can do a full install in all 3 of the widths, but again, if you're using a SIDELoc tool here, you need an extension. So we sell these little extensions. You just unscrew this and extend this back end of the tool, and they'll work on the wide width board. If you're using it on regular width board, you just use it as per normal. For the narrow board, we have an entirely different tool. It's a little bit smaller. Still SIDELoc, works exactly the same way. And when you're doing a system like that, you're really going to want these spacers, because you'll have to use them on every board. You just keep reusing those. So you might want to have 6 of these around at a time.